So this is what we have been playing towards. It is time to find out who is one step closer to becoming an egghead and who will be eliminated from our search. Craig and Saeed, I will ask each of you 3 questions in turn, and this time the questions are all general knowledge. In this final round, you will have the backing of the eggheads you've won over the course of the show. So Craig, you've got Pat there, and Saeed, you have got Lisa and Barry. You'll be able to call on your respective eggheads for advice before giving an answer to a question, but you can ask each of them for help only once, so you need to use them wisely. You happy with that?
Yes.
Good stuff. Now, Saeed, you won the last round, so you now get to choose whether you want to go first or second.
I'll go first, please, Jeremy.
And here we go with your first question. Who succeeded Malcolm Fraser as Prime Minister of Australia in 1983? Is it Bob Hawke, Gough Whitlam, or Robert Menzies?
I've got an idea, but I'm going to ask for Barry's help, please.
So you're calling an egghead straight in. Barry?
Right, I'm going to have to think about this. They're all Australian Prime Ministers there. Robert Menzies was the earliest of the 3, and so I'm discounting him straight away. So I have to think between Bob Hawke and Gough Whitlam. 1983. I am really not sure on this one. I'm leaning towards Gough Whitlam because I believe one of the Australian Prime Ministers was removed by the High Commissioner in the 80s, and I believe that was Gough Whitlam. So on that basis, I'm going to go for Gough Whitlam, but I'm really not too certain on this.
Okay, so Barry's given you some measured advice there for Gough Whitlam. You don't have to accept it, Saeed. It's up to you.
Well, I was torn between 2, but I think that's tipped the balance in favour of Gough Whitlam, please.
Okay, your answer is Gough Whitlam. I wonder if Lisa knows. Lisa?
This is worrying me because I probably would have gone for Gough Whitlam as well, and as we know, my inklings on Australia tend to be completely wrong.
The only thing I remember is that Mrs. Thatcher was a big buddy of Bob Hawke, so he was 80s. The answer is Bob Hawke.
Oh, I thought he was later.
Here's the thing, the Gough Whitlam crisis, when he was removed by the British representative, was actually the 70s. So it's a long, long time before this. So Bob Hawke is the answer. Okay, Craig, your question. In the tax year 2016 to 2017, how much is the personal allowance for income tax in the UK? Is it £9,500, £10,250, or £11,000?
I know that it's increased recently. I thought it had gone to about 9.5. 10.5. I thought it had gone up from 9.5 to about 10.5. So, do I use Pat for confirmation, or do I go with my instincts, even though it's not the same figure there? It's in the ballpark. Why has it gone up to 11 from 10? I'm going to go for £10,250, please.
Right, so you're not calling in your egghead, you're answering it. I've just realised that you and Pat are both software developers, so you've got potential synergy there. The answer is 11,000. So no one has scored a point yet. Back to you, Saeed. Which of these is closest to the meaning of the word attenuate? Is it make up, make thinner, or make bigger?
Well, I think it's something to do with making something bigger, so I'll go for that one, please.
Make bigger. I love language, and I wouldn't have got this. The answer is make thinner. As in, sometimes I say a musical note is attenuated. So no one has scored a point yet in this final round. Back to you, Craig. Who would be most likely to execute a Barani flip in their daily work? Barani is capital B-A-R-A-N-I. Is it a chef, commodities trader, or gymnast?
A Barani flip.
Barani flip.
I'm guessing it's named after the person who devised it. It's too obvious to be a gymnast, possibly a chef. Again, I'm tempted with commodities trader, but with the situation of the game, do I gamble? On my last hunch didn't quite work out. Do I gamble on commodities trader? Would you flip? Would you buy something and then sell something quickly? Would that be a flip? Do I ask Pat? Do I save Pat? I'm going to leave Pat for the third question again and guess that it's something to do with like buying and selling very quickly and go for commodities trader.
Okay, I buy your logic completely. I've taken your answer. Let's just see with Pat. What would you have said, Pat?
I think it's a gymnastic move. I think Barani was a gymnast.
Oh! I sort of thought that Pat would know that. He knows most things, but the Rani flip is indeed a gymnastics move. So gymnast is the answer. What an unusual final round we've got here. Saeed, which African country's coat of arms features a baobab tree and a lion? Cameroon, Ethiopia, or Senegal? And baobab is B-A-O-B-A-B.
Yes, I've actually seen a baobab tree, so I kind of would associate it with Africa or Asia, but that doesn't really narrow it down. I don't think it's Cameroon. Then it could be. I'm going to ask Lisa for your help, please.
Okay, Lisa.
I can't come up with a reason for this, but something is telling me it's Ethiopia. And I am struggling to work out what is telling me that. But there is a relatively strong link to it in my head.
All right.
That's about the best I can do for you, Saeed. I'm sorry.
All right,
Thank
so
you,
she's
Lisa.
guiding you there.
Well, I was thinking of a lion of Ethiopia, maybe to do with Haile Selassie, something like that, so I'll go for Ethiopia.
Okay. Barry, do you know? I'm thinking if you do know, you've had a complete poker face there.
I think it isn't Ethiopia. I would be tempted to go for Cameroon.
It's not Cameroon, it's not Ethiopia, it's Senegal. We've got 5 red crosses. But you've got a rather nice position here, Craig, in a way, because you've got your egghead still.
I might not ask him, I might just free fall.
Yeah, exactly. Why don't you just guess this one as well? And if you get this right, you've won. Bytown is the former name of which Canadian city? That's B-Y-T-O-W-N. Is it Ottawa, Montreal, or Quebec?
I actually read this the other day. I think it's Ottawa, but just for the hell of it, I'll see if Mr. Gibson thinks it's Ottawa as well.
Oh, well, you planted the thought now. You should have not said. Okay, extract from your mind what Craig has said, Pat, and tell us what you think.
Craig is dead to me. I've forgotten everything he said. I always have to check. I think Toronto was Yorktown, and I think Ottawa was Bytown. I don't think it applies to Montreal or Quebec, so I think it's Ottawa as well.
Can I have Ottawa, please?
You've given Ottawa. If you've got this right, you are the winner. The right answer is Ottawa. So you've pulled ahead there. Congratulations, Craig. You have won. Well, I can only, what can I say, Saeed? You had the 2 eggheads there. Don't want to blame you guys leading Saeed astray. Gough Whitlam. I thought Gough Whitlam was meat and drink to you, Barry, as a quizzer.
Yes, I really should have known that. I'm so sorry for leading you astray.
Thanks for playing, Saeed.
Thank you.
Well, what a great contest, though, both of you, really. There was some great quizzing in there. You proved, Craig, that winning comes as naturally to you as it does to our eggheads.